still she's an Umbridge thrill seeker, queen of the shelf, finding Dolores in pieces of herself. Rules above truth, charm over choice, every thrill a silent voice. So raise a teacup to the seeker, so thrilled in a world of kittens and punishments fulfilled. Yes, she's an Umbridge thrill seeker. And she's
Hi, welcome to the Umbridge office and the Umbridge Thrill Seeker channel. Today, our topic of discussion is cat patronuses. As you know, Dolores Umbridge had a cat patronus. It was a Persian cat. And also, Professor McGonagall had a cat patronus. Not only could she turn into a cat as an animagus, but she also had a silver tabby cat patronus. So when I took Pottermore quiz years ago, back when it was Pottermore, it told me I had a black and white cat patronus. And being the cat lover that I am, I was absolutely thrilled to have a cat patronus. Now, just to make sure I hadn't changed, I took the quiz again yesterday, and behold, I got the black and white cat patronus again. So I think I'm a solid cat patronus. So, is the cat patronus rare? I mean, is this something that I'm just really lucky to get? Actually, no. There are about 24 different cat patronuses, 22 of which will show up in the quiz on the Harry Potter fan club. 10 of them are big cats, like cheetahs, leopards, lions, lynx, tigers, etc. And 14 of them are the domesticated house cats. And you really have about a 16 to 17% chance of getting a cat patronus if you take that quiz. So definitely not rare. In fact, of the top 20 patronuses, at least 6 are cats. So the most common one is the Tonkinese, which is number 2. A dolphin's number 1, just for your interest. Number 3 is Manx. Number 4 is Nebulon. Number 9 is the black and white cat, which I have. Number 13 is the Siberian. And number 14 is the tortoiseshell. So there's a real high chance that you will have a cat patronus. So, yeah. So what kind of things are out there that are cat patronuses? Now, of course, you know most of the patronus items are does and stags, and I have some beautiful things that are the other patronuses. You can get plush ones from Noble. Bradford Exchange had a light up one. Charmed Aroma had a light up candle. There've just been a lot of different patronuses, but for the cat Patronus, you have to look a little harder. So one of the things I have is this really neat shirt that says my Patronus is a cat. And the shirt is actually, I believe, a silver tabby like McGonagall's cat. And also I got this neat necklace, which is a cat Patronus, and also McGonagall's wand. I think you can still get that at Box Lunch. So that's pretty cool. There's also this other cat Patronus shirt I have, which is a different one in blue, which is kind of blue for Ravenclaw, and it also looks like that cat Patronus is a silver tabby. I think there are a lot of different shirts you can print on demand with the cat Patronus. Most of them seem to be the silver tabby, or they're just cats that you really can't identify which one they are. I also have done a few things to get cats made. Like there was a lady that was in my Chocolate Frog group who you could get to do yourself, and you could pick what you wanted in the picture. So I had her depicting that I was projecting a cat Patronus with my wand and my Ravenclaw robes, holding a monster book of monsters, and also holding the cat that I had at the time, which was my tortoiseshell Maggie, who has since passed on. So I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, you can see the pictures from in the movies, because you did see in Deathly Hallows Dolores Umbridge conducting the Muggle-born trials, and she had her Persian cat Patronus sitting beside her at all times until Harry stupefied her, and then of course it disappeared. So there's always the question about how did Dolores Umbridge project Patronus, because supposedly evil people can't. Well, it's because Dolores Umbridge never thought of herself as evil. She wasn't like Bellatrix, who reveled in being evil. She thought she was doing things for the greater good, that she was making Hogwarts more safe. And so in her mind, she was on the moral high ground. So she was able, unlike many other evil people, she was able to project a Patronus, because that kind of control made her very happy. So that's why Dolores Umbridge could do a Patronus and others couldn't. I don't know that we ever saw McGonagall with her Patronus cat, but here is something that someone has made up, and I printed it out, which has her Patronus. Now, when I went to the Magic at Play in Chicago, you could do your own little picture and you could pick which Patronus, and of course I did mine with a cat, which was a very fun thing to do. So what other Patronus things are there? Well, there was a set of cards with all the different Patronuses, and of course one of the cards in the deck had Dolores Umbridge's Patronus, and it tells all about her Patronus and why she was able to cast it. And when it was in the film, of course, it was, this card is actually wrong. It says it was Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, but that is not correct, because the Patronus was seen in Deathly Hallows and not in Order of the Phoenix. So there's an error on this card. Many times Harry Potter fans will find things that that are wrong. There's also this little Patronus sticker book that has a lot of the different character Patronuses, and it actually does not have a McGonagall, but it has Dolores Umbridge's cat Patronus. So those are two stickers. Her face is a sticker, her cat Patronus is a sticker. So that's really cool. And I believe this came with the projector. This little projector has a wheel, and you can turn it to different Patronuses and you can project them. So here is a cat Patronus being projected. I can only do so good with this white piece of paper, but it's really phenomenal looking when you project it on a wall rather than a piece of paper. So that's really cool, because you can be sitting at your desk and project a Patronus behind you. I have this really cool light up Patronus keychain that has a cat in it. It was like a mystery keychain. I think you can still get them on eBay, maybe Amazon. You didn't know which one you're gonna get. And then it lights up in that blue color. It's kind of hard to see, but I do have a photograph of kind of how it looks when it's dark. So it has a cat, which is a fun thing to have. I have a medal collection, which has Dolores Umbridge's cat Patronus on it. And it has HP for Harry Potter on the back, but it's a nice little medal with her Patronus in it. And when I did my Pottermore quiz, which is now the Harry Potter fan club, you can see that I got the cat and also Ravenclaw. And I did my portrait with the Monster Book of Monsters and with my Ravenclaw, but with the little cat Patronus below. One of the things that I like is this necklace I got on Etsy, which is actually Umbridge's Patronus. It is a Persian cat. It's pretty rare to find things that are a Persian cat, because most of the cat Patronus things seem to be like a tabby or really unidentified. But this one actually is a Persian cat, so I enjoy wearing that. And I did use ChatGPT to make my own cats, and the current ones that I have into Patronuses. This is my Umbridge kitties, Gemma and Luna, that I've made into a Patronus and put in this nice frame. It's really easy to do. All you have to do is upload the images of your pets, dogs, cats, whatever, and tell the ChatGPT to make a picture of them as Patronuses. And I thought it did a nice job. Only took a few minutes. And so I printed it out and put it in a frame. I have these glow-in-the-dark stickers, And one of them, of course, is the cat Patronus that you can see right there. So these are really cool. It comes with 2 sheets. So you can take the sticker out, stick it somewhere, put it in the light, and then when the light goes out, you'll be able to see it glowing just like a Patronus would do. I have a coaster set of Patronuses, and one of them is a cat. So of course I had to put that in the umbrage office. So I have that there. I have a mug that shows me in Socks. Socks, it was my tuxedo black and white cat that I always feel like represents my Patronus. He's since passed on, but on the back it says my Patronus is Socks, and it has a picture of me and Socks sitting there. So that's kind of cool because I always like to think of him as protecting me as a Patronus does, a protection. I have this planner which has Patronuses in it, and one of the sections is a cat Patronus. So that's kind of cool that it had a cat as part of it. I had this Expecto Patronum frame from Geek Gear, and I put a picture that I got off Etsy, a digital image I got off Etsy of a black and white cat to put in the Expecto Patronum frame to represent my Patronus, since it is a black and white cat. Recently, when I went to Cursed Child, as you know, in Cursed Child in New York City, they have a lot of painted Patronuses in their lobby that you can actually make come to life if you scan the QR code with your phone. And so they had this limited edition mug, and it included the cat Patronus that you see in their lobby. I picked it up and the lady said, oh, we only have a few of those left. That was limited edition and we won't be restocking. So of course I had to get it because it's one of my favorite things about seeing Cursed Child in New York is being able to see the Patronuses. And of course there has been a Patronus Pop Funko, which is Minerva McGonagall's Patronus. They've never done Dolores Umbridge's Patronus, but they have this cute one here, which, you know, you might be able to think of that as a Persian as well as a silver tabby. They really, the way it's made, it could be either. And I've had a lot of things I've had made over the years or bought that are Patronuses. This is a candle. There was a vendor that made cat candles, and I asked her if she could do it in this neat Patronus color, which she did. Also some 3D vendors. I have this one, really cool. This one does look like a Persian cat. I have this little small one. I have this one where it's playing with a ball. And I have the 2 Lego ones. Back when the Ministry of Magic set came out, it had a little umbrage office and it came with a cat Patronus. And then this year, I believe it's the Sorting Hat set, came with a cat Patronus too. The difference is this one has glitter in it and this one's just plain. So you can see they're pretty much the same mold. They're just, one's glittery, one's plain. And then this little teeny one, which is also a little Persian cat. And of course, I had some made by Theo Treasures. If you ever see me cosplaying as Dolores Umbridge, which I do frequently at Harry Potter events, I normally carry with me little pink cats and also little cat Patronus, little 3D printed cats. So if you see me, come up and say hello, and I will give you one or both of these cats. I have a Patronus pin board right here. This is my favorite Patronus pin, which is the scene where Umbridge is conducting the trials with her cat scarf on, and her Persian Patronus can be seen right there. We have this Disney crossover one. You can see the Patronus. We have this one where her Patronus is seen right here. And there's this pink Patronus one, which I think would be Umbridge's. Let's see. And there is another one here. And then there's Kingsley Shacklebolt's Lynx. And then there's this one. Now you remember Kingsley Shacklebolt sent his Patronus to the wedding of Bill and Fleur to warn everybody that the ministry has fallen. So kind of an important cat Patronus. I also have this very, very cool Patronus umbrella. And the neat thing about this Patronus umbrella is it has all the Patronuses, including cats. Let me see if I can find. The cat is right there. But the neat thing about it is you can push a button and it lights up. So you can see all the Patronuses. I also have a Loungefly backpack with Patronuses and also a scarf, but I don't think either one of those has a cat Patronus. Now, one Patronus thing that you might want to get, it's not a cat, but it has to do with Patronuses, is this Noble Collection wand. That's a Expecto Patronum, and it's actually, I guess, a doe or a stag. It looks like a doe to me on the wand, and then the coin. And the reason I bring this up is because Noble just announced that they're going to be retiring this. And you know how Noble Collection things go. Once they're retired, they go up in value. So if you've been thinking about getting that and just putting it off, you need to get it now because it's going to retire in July. So that pretty much covers my cat Patronus collection. If you have a cat Patronus, I'd love to hear about it in the comments, or comment whatever Patronus you have. It'd be interesting to see, but especially if you have a cat Patronus, I'd love to know which one you have. I don't know how many other black and white cat Patronus people there are out there. I haven't encountered anybody, but I'm sure there are some. And also, if you could please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, it'd be very, very helpful. Doesn't cost you a thing, won't bother you at all, just one little click, but means the world to the people who are, you know, creating the content. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a nice day.
Oh, she's an universal sneaker, wand waving antiquer, teacup hoarder, rule enforcer, pink lipstick streaker. In a cardigan shrine, she's feeling just fine with 1,000 Dolores dolls in a perfect line. She's got power trip posters, ministry pins, a closet full of peak where the madness begins. Don't cross her rules or she'll raise that plaque. I must not tell lies in red, almost black.